Roman Polanski was born on August 18th of the year 1933 to non-observant Jewish parents in the city of Paris, France. At the age of 3, his family moved to his father's hometown of Krakow, Poland. Little did they know that just 3 short years later, Poland would be overcome by German Nazi forces, and with that came the hostility, anti-Semitism, and hatred towards the Jewish race. Shortly after the Nazi arrival into Poland, the Polanski family was forced to live in the Krakow ghetto, a neighborhood to which Jewish people were confined to, often before being sent away to concentration camps or death camps. At the age of 6, Roman witnessed his father being deported to a concentration camp located in Austria. Just a little while later, Roman's mother would be taken to the famous death camp Auschwitz. Her life would end there. For the next few years, Roman lived the life of a child in the ghetto, experiencing hunger, fright, and disturbing Nazi behavior. He was subject to seeing great violence and hatred. As a young child, he witnessed on various accounts Jews, even women, being brutally shot at and murdered by Nazi officials. But Roman would push on. In 1943, Roman Polanski successfully escaped the Krakow ghetto and was sheltered by Polish Catholic families. He would move from family to family and lived as a migrant child, often being subjected to beatings and cruel punishments. Finally, after the year of wandering the countryside, Roman was reunited with his father, whose camp was recently liberated. At last, the war in Europe was over in 1945, and Roman and his father were truly free. Roman, still at a young age, had a world of potential ahead of him. So over the next few years, Roman would develop his acting and movie skills, and in 1954 he studied at the Polish National Film Academy in Lodz, Poland. Roman would take part in various films while at the academy, but his heart was sold to and true talent was in directing. Polanski was able to use his dark and rough childhood to influence some of his most famous films. In 1962, Roman directed Knife in the Water, and it was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Foreign Film. It was evident, Polanski was a true talent. He would end up marrying actress Sharon Tate, and they would move to Hollywood, California. But just a few short years later, Roman's personal life would be affected dramatically.
We have a weird homicide.
In a scene described by one investigator as reminiscent of a weird religious rite, 5 persons, including actress Sharon Tate, were found dead at the home of Miss Tate and her husband, screen director Roman Polanski.
After an investigation by the law officials, it was concluded that Sharon was murdered by members of the Charles Manson cult, a notorious group that developed during the 1960s. But Polanski had other worries. Over the next few years, he faced some legal trouble and had to flee the United States. So he returned to where he was born, Paris. But Roman was still at work. Throughout the rest of the 20th century, Polanski would direct a variety of films. Some of his more notable films include Frantic, starring Harrison Ford, Chinatown, starring Jack Nicholson, and the famous thriller The Ninth Gate, starring Johnny Depp. Polanski's greatest work, however, would be released in 2002. The Pianist. Its plot details the life of a piano-playing Jewish man living in the ghetto during the Holocaust. Polanski received the Oscar for Best Director. However, he was unable to accept it in person due to his legal status with the United States. This film was the epitome of Polanski's life. Through this film, Polanski was able to make known the horrors of the Holocaust. This movie is often referred to as his greatest for its great ability to move people's emotions